Well, hello, this is Dr. Gerrie coming to you on October 6th, 2019. The title of this session, this PowerPoint, is 2020 Final Countdown. Now, I named a previous presentation Final Countdown, but that was because there were some deadlines on some opportunities in this system. But I'm continuing to name it Final Countdown because I believe that we are in a time where you need to really look at and understand the economics of the global system so that you can do something to protect you and your family. So I put an I here. That I is so that you can be reminded you want to have 2020 vision, or at least as much as possible, you want to try to see into the future. And in order to see into the future, you need to understand the past. And it was Winston Churchill, who I believe was instrumental in winning World War II. He he was so able to defeat the enemy because of the length of time that he had put in to studying history. So I'm going to share a bit of that with you tonight. Here is the standard disclaimer. Anything you do in this company called Karatbars, you're going to hold them harmless. You're going to hold me harmless. Everything you do is your own decision. My goal tonight is to present to you my research on what's going on in the world and what might be an opportunity for you to do something about it, to protect yourself and even flourish in the process. Now, everybody has a why. Here is my why. I believe there's a lot of people in the world, in fact, millions, who have been done injustices because of the financial system. And I want to be one among many who are trying to help those people. I just got back from the Philippines, for example, and we're looking to help millions of people there. Now, look, this video could get a little long. I'm going to try to keep it to under 30 minutes. But YouTube has a feature where at the bottom of the video, you can click on that little wheel there, and it'll open up this box, and you can actually increase the speed at which this video is played. So if you want to listen faster, just increase it by 25%. 50% might be a bit much. Okay, here we go. So there's some basics that you need to understand. And if you don't understand these basics 100%, you need to go back and look at some videos I'm going to refer you to, okay? Look, the printing of money is what creates inflation. It's not prices going up. The only reason perceived prices are going up is because there's so much currency in circulation that keeps being added to. It's actually the buying power of the currency that goes down. Gold is money, and gold maintains its buying power. Those two trucks represent a story that I've told in previous videos. The truck on the left cost $1,000 US in I think it was 1950, or 30 ounces of gold. The one on the right cost 42,000. Well, that's a huge increase, but it's still 30 grams of gold. 30 ounces of gold still buys that truck. And we can prove this with a lot of goods and services, that gold maintains its buying power. You need to understand that. The other thing you need to understand is that all governments are in debt, and you are inextricably involved. What do I mean by that? Well, you're using fiat currency issued by the governments around the world. Hey, I'm not coming after governments. I'm not talking down governments. I'm just telling you what you and I are involved in. And maybe there's something you can be doing differently. Look, there's people in Venezuela, a modern nation, and they said, hey, this could never happen to us. And their currency is basically blowing around on the streets now. It's become worthless because of hyperinflation, because of overprinting. And there's something called normalcy bias, where it's, your brain waves, your brain neuron networks just can't perceive that such a disaster would happen in your own neighborhood, in your own nation. Well, it can. And I'm going to reveal some more evidence in that regard. So if you don't get this to the core of your being, go look at some of my previous videos, and even better, go study Mike Maloney's Hidden Secrets of Money. It's the best educational free online video series in the world. Okay? I love that this slide that Howard Olson put together a couple of years ago, titled Inflation is Real. This is where it really hits home. That from 1980 to the year 2015, these are just a small basket of goods. But look at that far column on the right. Percent increase in prices. Look at them. The lowest is 250%. The highest is over 1,000. And yet the governments and the experts, so-called experts, tell us that inflation is only 2% or 3% or 4%. Well, those numbers don't add up. The most important question we can ask is this: did your income go up on average of 675%? And as I ask this question to audiences around the world, it's the same answer. Absolutely not. They just shake their heads. Some people have risen above it by being really successful in business, but most have not. So look, we are in what's called the everything bubble right now. Stock market, bond market, real estate. I'm going to show you a little bit more other people's opinions on this right now, but the facts are true. You can look up the numbers. And a question you might want to ask yourself is this: why have central banks bought more gold in the last year than they have in the previous 50? Folks, something is going on. There's a gentleman by the name of Greg Hunter who runs a program called USA Watchdog. If you want to get updated and intel about what's going on in the world of finance and economics and government, what I think they call it, geopolitics, go watch Greg Hunter. He brings on only credible guests, no ranting. They just bring their facts. So here's, and I was so moved by watching some of these interviews last week. I wanted to just give you a little bit of a summary, but you're welcome to go onto USA Watchdog and listen to these people for yourself. But I just took a few key snippets. You know, governments, according to Gerald Salante here, governments are going deeper and deeper into debt. He predicts the greatest depression of all time will happen. Wow. Here's Egon von Grez of goldswitzerland.com. Really smart guy, really great guy. And he talks about what's going on in the banking system. And, any child could tell that Deutsche Bank is almost ready to go under. And he talks about that you're going to see an implosion of the financial system and the markets, that real estate, he predicts property will go down 95% in real terms. Can you believe that? And of course, he's predicting gold and silver are going to rocket. Go watch him on Greg Hunter for a real deep dive on that one. Here's Nick Barishoff, a Canadian guy, and he just reminds us that, we've gone through a lot of hyperinflations, and every fiat currency goes through a hyperinflation. It just has to. 56 hyperinflations to be exact. And he's talking about how gold has gone up on average 9.4% per year. And, I knew about this stuff, but these numbers are very high. So you can go back and look at Nick's video on USA Watchdog. Now, one of my favorite groups on the whole World Wide Web is Mr. Mike Maloney with his Hidden Secrets of Money and all the videos he puts out. His senior analyst is Jeff Clark, and Jeff wrote an amazing article. I think it was in June of 2019, and it's so good. This is gold compared to Berkshire Hathaway portfolio. Now, if you don't know it, Berkshire Hathaway is considered to be one of the best performing stocks in the world. Warren Buffett is just a brilliant guy, but yet this shows that whenever there's a crisis, gold outperforms Berkshire Hathaway. Now look at this one. This is if back in 1999 you'd put $10,000, you could choose gold or S&P or bonds. Well, gold significantly outperformed the S&P and bonds. And yet you hear people saying, well, I'm going to put my money in bonds to keep it safe. There's nothing safe. By the way, I'm not a financial planner. I'm an economist that goes out and does research and shares it. Okay, so let's be really clear on that. I'm not giving advice at any time in this presentation. Okay, so here's another chart: gold versus S&P 500 and treasuries during crises. Now that far column shows that gold typically fares way better during a crisis. Well, why do I keep using the word crisis? Well, because I believe we're on the brink of a crisis, folks. And if you've studied the numbers as long and as deep as I have, you would believe the same thing. Okay? But I always tell people, even if there isn't one and you've got gold, you cannot lose. Okay? All right, well, let's look at the what I call the loaded gun. We've got a global devaluing currency crisis. We've got a real income decrease. That's an economic term, by the way. It means the buying power in your household has gone down. We've got increasing personal debt. We've got the everything bubble that I've talked about. We've got corporate debt and national debt and bankruptcies caused by health insurance and mortgages and living beyond our means and student loans. Folks, you're down the center of that shaft of that gun because you're inextricably involved in all of these things because the world is so interconnected these days. Well, let me just talk about banks for a minute here because the next loaded gun has to do with banking, okay? So, in the days of old, people would take their gold and silver and they'd put it in a bank. And the bank would issue you something called a note. And you would take those notes and you would go and trade with those notes. Why did you use notes? Well, they were lighter and it was safer to carry them around versus gold and silver. So, but here's the thing. So you go and buy a cow and Farmer Brown takes your notes, but he can always go back to the bank and get the real money, which is gold. Well, banks have become a very different animal this day and age, and we've got issues with banks. There's a lot of banking fees now. To me, it's out of control. And also, they have control on your funds. Have you ever heard of a bail-in? Do you know that banks can legally bail in, meaning they can actually hold back your money if there's a crisis, and they can do it legally? That's what happened in Greece. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, that could never happen here. Really? Privacy is an issue. You know, banks kind of determine your future, your ability to get a mortgage, and people are starting to come up against that. Now, interconnected with banks are the merchant systems, Visa and MasterCard charging us up to 2.5% and 3% for transaction fees. I know we bought into it, but it's a problem. Also, try moving your wealth from one nation to another. Also a challenge. And now we've got this thing called crypto, which runs over the blockchain. And using it in a merchant system is risky because of its extreme volatility. Well, if you're involved in crypto of any kind and or banks, it's challenging. And again, you're down the center of that shaft. Maybe I should have got a 12 shooter because there's 12 issues here going on. All right, well, let's talk about a convergence of solutions. A convergence is a coming together of a bunch of things that are going to create a good thing to converge upon. And that convergence started for me 6 years ago when I was introduced to this gentleman and his company, Harold Seitz. And so his goal is to get gold into the hands of the masses around the world. How about that? And how is he doing that? Well, simply we are exchanging this paper stuff for real gold. Gold embedded into these cards. And by the way, we're in over 145 nations now. Not only do we have gold in the cards, but we have something called cash gold. Well, we've got cash gold in cards now as well, but we've got it down to 1/10 of a gram embedded into these bills. And man, when I show up and show these things, people are so impressed. And all of the gold we deal in is 99.999.9 pure gold bullion. It's got a certificate of authenticity. It's LBMA accredited. We've even got our own, it's called a DNA system, where we can put it under a light to prove that it's the real deal. However, I've gone to the local gold shop with this gold, and they verified it's the best. Karatbars has huge credibility in the marketplace. Since 2011, they started, and now they've become the largest online seller of transactable gold in the world. We've got real offices, real executives, support staff that you can call, and quarterly conferences, and just under a million people are involved so far, with 20 to 30,000 joining monthly. Well, here's another aspect of that convergence of a solution. We have created, so what this graphic shows here is a clogged highway and a fast highway. And that in German it says wir fahren auf der Autobahn. We drive down the Autobahn. Well, the Autobahn is the fastest highway in the world. You can go as fast as you want on the Autobahn. And that's what we've got here, because Karatbars launched its own digital currency. And to run that currency and that whole system now, we just launched KaratNet. It is reliable, it's safe, it's open source, and all the fees generated through this system go back into the ecosystem, which you're going to learn more about in a minute here. That's Ovidio Thomas, our Chief Technical Officer. The guy is a genius and a great guy. He just says this about KaratNet: it's faster, faster, faster. And it is faster. And we were on the Ethereum network. However, it's starting to get too slow and bogged down. Now we have our own. We have more control. Now, a part of this gold ecosystem that goes beyond just physical gold, we've got the KaratPay. And so you can have your gold delivered, or you can put it in a vault and load it into your e-wallet, and you can use the transfer system online, and you'll learn in a minute, with something called K-Merchant. So this is the vehicle that is helping us increase the transactability of a gold-backed system. Okay. Now, I know if this is the first time you're hearing this, it might be a bit much, but don't worry. All the pieces will get together, because we're going to show it to you various ways. Okay. Now, security and privacy are extremely important in this day and age. And yours truly had $20,000 hacked out of his system a number of years ago. So security is pretty important to me. So are you ready for this? Here is the world's first. Okay, so blockchain is transactions over a network, completely encrypted, completely private transactions. So Ovidio and his team have discovered how to put voice over blockchain. This is the world's first voice over blockchain phone, and it is amazing. It is fully encrypted, security with private keys. You can use the iOS and Android system through it. It's decentralized. You can run your decentralized banking system, Karatbars system through it, and it appreciates when you use it. That's because it involves the use of our digital gold coin. Here is the cash gold exchange machine, the cash gold exchange machine. And here you can come and put your QR code from your phone out of your Karatbars digital gold system. You just wave your phone in front of that, and guess what pops out? Cash gold. So we're going to watch a little video here that shows a couple of these products from our CEO.
Hello everyone, this is Harrow Sites, CEO and founder, Karatbars International. Today I have some good news for you. Right now we are producing our new product. We received our first Karatgold exchange machine, the CEM. And from October we start with the delivery around the whole world.
This is a video on how to use the Karatbar machine. We are going to show you the options. You have 3 on the main screen. We are gonna go for the redeem QR code. Here you have 2 options. We're gonna go for the Karatbar cash code. And now we have to scan the QR code from our account. We have 8 options here to choose an amount which we want. I'm gonna go for the 5 and I'm going to agree with the terms and conditions and hit next step. And here we have 5 Karatgold. Yay! So, this is the Karatbar. You can easily recognize it by its logo and the colors, of course. Gold is our color. This is the confirmation page from our transaction.
And here you can see our new Impulse K14. It's based on a completely new technology. It fully encrypted all informations like your text, voices, medias and documents. Also, our data is encrypted on the IPFS platform. Everything you transmit will be encrypted and visible to only the user you want. Besides of this, you will get a lot of other possibilities with this phone. The telecommunication market is a $1 trillion market. This market is divided in 5 important continents. So in September you get your phone, you will be excited. The next point is our Karatgold. I want to show you how we produce our Karatgold here in Stuttgart. So, now here is our brand new Karatgold machine. We produce here in Stuttgart our Karatgold for you, for the people in the whole world. And here you see we have the application, they fix the gold element on the foil. Then the robot fix the gold element. After that we have the DNA application and then the glue fixation. And after this, we have the Karatgold already. So, and now, ladies and gentlemen, the 4th of July was a big day for Karatbars. Everyone can change 100 coins in 1 gram, and a lot of people did it. You see it here.
And we are so happy to be here to witness history being made today, Golden Independence Day. We're so excited to be here. I've already exchanged my KBC coins, 100 of them, into pure physical gold, as our CEO and founder, Mr. Harold Seitz, promised.
So when you see everything is on the way, everything coming out and very fast, very soon. Yeah. And on this point, I will say thank you for all the leaders they trust Karatbars since 8 years. And thank you very much. This was a fantastic journey with you. And I can say congratulations, the people, they are a long time in Karatbars, they are financial independent. And you will see if you go your way, you go straight, you look not right and not left, you go straight, you will reach your goal. Because some people, they give some messages. In the other side, if you have your focus on this, what you want, then you get everything what you want. I will say thank you very much for listening and see you in September. Here was Harold Seitz, CEO and founder Karatbars International.
Well, so one of the most important things that you saw there, besides the amazing Karatgold machine and the phone, was the fact that there is a convertibility of the digital gold back into real gold, Karatgold, and that's why people were so excited at that event. So here, this shows our Karatgold coin and our Karatcoin bank coin. The one that we're currently in a private sale with is the Karatcoin bank coin. 50 billion for sale, and it's going very well, but it's a limited time leading up to December of 2019. By the way, we're listed on many exchanges now. Now there's something that stands us apart from other blockchain issues in the world, issuances I should say, and that is, this is real gold. We are converting a fiat currency into gold and then converting that gold into digital gold. And that digital gold is backed. We have tons of gold that are going into our vault. So folks, this is the real deal. Okay. Now, what is going to help us utilize this digital gold system globally? Well, here it is, K Merchant, and we are now in launch phase. Stores and businesses, whether online or brick and mortar, can sign up. They can download an app on their iPad or whatever computing device they have, and they can be involved in a global payment system that accepts not only our own digital gold coin, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others. And there's no risk to the merchant. Typically, there has been because of the volatility. Well, Karatbars has a way to lock down that volatility so that the vendor never loses. Okay? Now, if you're an affiliate involved in Karatbars and you set this up, you can earn a commission for every transaction for the rest of your life. There is a huge opportunity with K Merchant. It's a huge opportunity to help the merchants reduce their transaction fees from the Visa and MasterCard system going into the crypto system, and there's a huge opportunity for your own personal wealth. Okay. Now there's a very big watch company, De La Cour, that competes with Rolex, and they took on K Merchant a couple of months ago and added an extra $6 million to their coffers because they were open for business through the blockchain system, and they took Bitcoin and they took some of the others, and that's a 24% annualized income. Well, that's De La Cour. We just opened up a hotel in Brussels, and you're going to be hearing a lot more stories of organizations that said, yeah, we want to receive crypto, and it all comes through the Karatbars system, and everybody wins. Folks, this is extremely exciting. Well, there's even more good news. Karatbars just launched the world's first voice over blockchain protocol computer. Please go out onto the net and type in WIIM, a Karatbars computer, and look at the video. This is a beautiful machine. I just chose not to put the video on this presentation, but it's going to have everything you need on it. And once again, it's going to be 100% secure. You'll never be hacked. Well, there's more good news. It just keeps rolling in, everybody. So we're launching both a bank and a new gold mine in Brazil, December 15th. Okay? Now, here's, in my opinion, in this time period, is the most exciting news. It's going to happen in Brazil. It's going to be announced in Brazil. But here's the preamble to it. We are IPOing. We're doing an initial public offering. We're going public with the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, Johannesburg, New York, and Singapore. That's what we've heard about so far. And folks, it was announced that we were going to become a household name. And I believe this is the vehicle that it's going to happen through. Everybody will know about Karatbars. So stay tuned for the details about that, but it's pretty exciting. Let's talk about our financial system. We're going to have physical branches in the US and throughout Europe. And it's going to be the place where the K merchants go and get settlement if they want their fiat currency. It's an online bank. You're going to get your own credit card, your own debit card. And we as affiliates can help people open these accounts and even receive commissions for the rest of our lives. Instead of giving all those commissions to the bank, or those fees, I should say, to the bank, it'll stay internally. Isn't that awesome? Well, everybody, Karatbars promised an ecosystem that would be all based on gold. And I am so delighted about every aspect of Karatbars because the whole system is in gold. And I showed you economically in the beginning that gold does not lose its buying power. So anybody involved in this system is going to be blessed. So we've got our own blockchain, our own exchange, our own bank, gold mines, payment system, our voice over blockchain phone, cash gold machine, stock market listing, crypto merchant system, our own shopping network, the crypto coins. I don't like calling them crypto coins. It's digital gold, basically. We've got our own everything to have our own complete system remaining in gold. Isn't that exciting, folks? I hope you're enjoying this presentation. Now, remember the graphic I showed you about banking, how it used to be, and then I showed you some things about how it's changed. Well, look, here is what's happened. We have gone back to the days of old, except it's a little more sophisticated, okay? So we start with fiat currency. We're turning it into gold. We're putting that gold into our own gold banking system. And out on the market, we're using K Merchant and the Cash Gold and the Cash Gold exchange machine as a way of transacting. So we're still out buying cows and all kinds of other things, but with either physical gold or digital gold. And then anytime you want to, if you're in the digital, you want to take back out the physical gold, you can. And we even have a way you can convert it back into that paper stuff if you want. Okay, so here's a little bit more, a deeper cut at what this looks like in video format from Karatbars.
Our journey into the crypto world was very special. It's always been important to me to offer the people something they can benefit from. For me, gold represents freedom and independence for the people. Right now, we are limited by the financial system, and I want to change that.
We have a lot of news today for you. The people, they know me from 2011. Everything what I promised you, I did it.
My name is Harold Seitz. I'm the CEO and founder of Karatbars International.
And it's very important, the word freedom. Everybody has the right to be free. To be free. Gold
Gold is money. Gold is gold. Gold exists since 2,800 years. We have 194,000 tons in the world, and 80,000 tons are still in the ground, and that's it.
Gold has been through wars, imperial collapses, and natural disasters. Nevertheless, it has always been and will continue to be the universal equivalent. The next step into a golden success story gets started. November 2018, the official Karatbit exchange is established. December 2018, the official gold standard holding and the biggest mine in the world with 700 tons deposit of gold in Guinea to be opened. March 2019, the Gold Standard Bank in Guinea will be based. April 2019, Karatbars Digital Stock Exchange, where shares of businesses will be kryptonized for trading, and blockchain smartphone working on the voice over blockchain protocol. July 4th, 2019, the Gold Independence Day. The visionary mission of Karatbars is to return gold to people. Starting from July 4th, 2019, everyone will be able to exchange pure gold to KBC at the rate of 100 KBC to 1 gram of gold. September 2019, Karatbars International will be starting operation on its own blockchain. Mainnet will be released. October 2019, Hard Fork Day. The creation of a single coin covered by gold. Both coins, KBC and KCB, will be transferred to their own blockchain with their market value protected. A single coin will be created, backed by gold and freely exchangeable for gold.
That's our idea. Some are trying gold-backed coins, but that's mostly just contracts. With us, it is actually about the physical gold, a real asset backing our coin.
The KB Universe gives you all the services necessary to trade and manage your funds. Karatbit offers you a platform to trade your cryptocurrencies for cash gold, US dollars or euros, and vice versa. KaratPay gives you the opportunity to do business online and pay products and services with the trust of gold backing it. The KCB coin is our digital currency used for all transactions within the KB universe. Karatbit, KaratPay, and the KCB will generate revenue with every transaction made. And the profit those services create goes right back into backing the KBC and the development of our ecosystem.
People can purchase their gold and that can be in their e-wallet, which is called KaratPay, and they can pay online using KaratPay, same like PayPal, credit card, or some other stuff.
Our ecosystem is designed to offer a solution for the entire world. We have our ATMs all around the globe, where people can change their coins and withdraw cash gold. I believe the Karatbars ecosystem will be the new leading financial system in the world within the next 10 years. Right now, there's no alternative to the debt caused by fiat currency. Germany owes $2 trillion, the US $20 trillion, and no one can repay that. That's why we are creating a new payment system right now that has a real value. We want to bring back balance to the ecosystem and create more peace in the world.
With our all-in-one ecosystem, we offer you more than any other investment today, giving you access to everything, securing your money in real assets, trading online with a gold-backed coin, and an alternative real-world currency with the speed, safety, and versatility of blockchain-based cryptocurrencies. Find out more about the KB Universe and see what it can do for you.
That's all what Karatbars offer. Now the decision depends on the user.
Man's highest values are love, respect, appreciation, and friendship. That's how we should shape our lives. That is what I stand for, work for, and what I fight for.
Well, I think maybe you can see from everything you've watched in this video why Forbes magazine calls this one of the 10 top companies to watch in 2019. There's something that I really want to reinforce here that maybe you caught it in the video, maybe you didn't. And that is this, that in the fiat currency realm, you've got a currency whereby the printing presses continue to run and devaluing the purchasing power of the currency. And it's like having $1,000 in your pocket, you're walking around and somebody's literally stealing it from you because it's devaluing. And with this system, there's a limited amount of coins, but we continue from the profits from the system, our system, we continue to dig gold out of the ground and back this coin with more and more gold. So what do you think is going to happen to the value of this digital gold? It's going to increase. Okay. So with that said, if you would like to know more about how to convert your fiat currency into gold and then the gold into digital gold and acquire some of the products that are now involved, the phone or the computer and more coming, and if you'd like to earn an income by being a Karatbars affiliate, get back to the person that sent you this video. Now listen, please honor that. I'm the producer of this video, but you know, if someone else contacted you, please go back to them, okay? But if nobody, if you just found this video out on the net, that's fine. You're welcome to send me an email and we can talk, okay? The most important thing you want to do now is get your free account. Get into the system where you can start buying gold as soon as your KYCs are approved. That's know your customer. They need to know that you're a real person and that you have a real address, okay? And get back to the person and get your questions answered. And we hope to see you out in the world of being a gold owner. And ladies and gentlemen, spread the word. This is very important for people. The more gold, those who have very little money can own, or even those who have a lot of money, the more gold, the more you can convert into gold. I strongly believe the better off you'll be financially. So thank you for listening, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.